Alright, we just finished our lecture on accessing and changing properties from an object with dot and bracket notation. We learned that despite dot notation being the cleanest and most often used method to obtain properties from an object, bracket notation is the most flexible and sometimes the only option to create and access properties in an object that we would consider to have invalid variable names. Let's go ahead and open up our console and do some work with objects. Let's go ahead and build an object together. This might feel a little repetitive. If it does, that's good. It means that it's starting to become natural to you. Let's build a snowman with object literal notation. Then I'm going to ask you to access different parts of the snowman and even change some of its parts. So do you want to build a snowman? Let's go. We are going to declare a variable snowman and assign it the value of this object. The properties are going to be isSnow and assign the boolean true. Color is assigned the string white. Made of snowballs is assigned the number 3. And the first name is assigned the string frosty. Alright, your first challenge is to access all of the properties. Go ahead and hit pause and then we'll solve this together. Alright, how'd it go? Hopefully this went smoothly for you, although you probably noticed a problem. Let's start grabbing all the values. I'm going to go ahead and use a dot notation. Snowman.isSnow returns a boolean of true. Snowman.color returns a string of white. And snowman.madeofsnowballs returns the number 3. Then you got to the first name and you probably saw that this only creates an error. Right off the bat, we know that this is going to be an invalid variable because of the single quotes around it, meaning that dot notation won't be able to access it. We'll review in a minute how to access the first name property with bracket notation. Next, let's change all of the property values that dot notation gives us access to. We'll change snowman.isSnow to the string yes. I could change it to the boolean false, but then it really wouldn't be a snowman, would it? We'll change snowman color to the string orange. And we'll change snowman made of snowballs to 8. This is a giant snowman. Now, let's quickly access our snowman's first name property with bracket notation and change up the property's value. We just write our object and then within the square brackets and quotes, we write our property name and we assign it the value of the string Jack Frost. Okay, let's build another object. This time I'm going to ask you to build a house. I want you to add 4 property values with dot notation with values of 3 different data types. Then add another 3 property values with bracket notation using 3 property names that can only be added with bracket notation rather than dot notation. Go ahead and hit the pause button and give it a shot, then come back to the video and we'll build a home together. Alright, I'm sure you wound up with a pretty incredible house. Let's go ahead and build one together. First thing I want to do is add some doors and a bedroom. House.doors equals the number 4. House.bedrooms equals the number 3. House.address equals the string of 4219 South Othello Street. House.office equals the boolean false. We'll list our object of house in all 3 cases. Then within the square brackets and quotes, we'll list the properties. To swimming pool, an invalid variable because of the space, we'll assign the boolean false. To the first owner property, an invalid variable because it starts with a number, we'll assign a string of John Doe. To the type of property, an invalid variable because it is a JavaScript reserved word, we'll assign the string apartment. Let's look at our house in the console. Great, all of our parts are there. Chances are you saw that dot notation is so much simpler, and unless brackets are absolutely necessary, the dot notation is typically best practice. That's all for this lab, and we'll see you in the next lesson.